you to achieve. I want you to become great. I want you to make your dream reality. But I can't just want it for you. You're competing against millions. You must do what they won't. See the vision they don't yet see. Dream bigger than they ever have. You must chip away at your dream. I want you to win. I want you to achieve. I want you to become great. I want you to make your dream reality. But I can't just want it for you. You're competing against millions. You must do what they won't. See the vision they don't yet see. Dream bigger than they ever have. You must chip away at your dream. I want you to win. I want you to achieve. I want you to become great. I want you to make your dream reality. But I can't just want it for you. You're competing against millions. You must do what they won't. See the vision they don't yet see. Dream bigger than they ever have. You must chip away at your dream.
Every single person out here has a dream, but the reality is that they lose sight of it. We get busy, we get caught up in work, and our dream passes us by. I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen, inspiring people to take the small steps and realize that dream that's way up here is actually possible when you chunk it down and you move closer to it. So I come out here and I hold up my sign every day. Hey guys, my name is Zach. I'm out here talking about dreams. I started doing signs that were motivational and inspirational. And then after weeks of doing that and 40, 50 signs, my friends online said, dude, I know you're missing these great conversations. We need to see what you're talking about with the people, not just a picture of your sign. So I got this GoPro right here. And now it's evolved to where I've become more clear about my life's mission, which is everything about dreams. The very first day I come out here, I'll be so honest with you, I was terrified. I was scared of what people think. I'd already spoken on stage. I was scared. I was like, what if people shut me down? What if people, hate on me? What if people cuss me out? The what if is what holds everybody back. What if they don't?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, do we even have any ladies? Are there any ladies out there? The ladies are welcome too. We'd love to have you on Dream Talk. Welcome in, everyone. This is the Genie, aka Zach Krupp, aka Dreamcat. Sometimes Brenda reveals my identity and she calls Dreamcat Zach, and I'm like, shh, I can be Zach on screen, but in the written text, I'm just Dreamcat. So what's going on? Libre in the building, Amos in the building. Welcome in, welcome in. Today, to set the stage for everyone, especially if you're brand new, welcome. What we're going to be talking about is fueling the dream or watching it die. We're going to talk about how in this dream journey of pursuing and running and going after what you want, sometimes you run out of air, right? At least that's how I see it. Some people say, man, I feel so deflated, right? I feel I'm just out of gas, whether it's oxygen, whether it's gasoline. You need fuel for this fire that you call your dream. And today what I'm going to explain is how you can tap into the fire hose. Okay, no, we don't need water. Bad analogy. How you can tap into the oxygen tank. How you can tap into the gasoline gas station and fuel up. And this is the differentiator between all your friends and hopefully not family, who give up on their dreams. But we don't, because we're dreamers, okay? And so what you can expect here is we're going to do a lesson. We always do a lesson. It's a preach. It's a lesson. It gives you insight. We're going to do a giveaway, 30,000 dream. How can you win it? Be the MVP, okay? Sometimes we like to do games, but if the participation's not up, we can't do it. Be the MVP. Share this out. Retweet this. Tag a friend. Shout out J-Dogs in the building. We got El Gato Satoshi in the building. They've been joining us the last few weeks. Who else needs to hear this? Who else is ready to go on the pursuit of making their dream come true? You're a dreamer amongst dreamers. And then, of course, we'll end with the quote of the day, the Dreamcat quote of the day. And yeah, I think that's the gist. But just in case you're brand new, quick visual. I'll come back to this later. This is Dreamcat. In case you're just listening on the audio, this is Dream himself. Blue suit, red tie, black sunglasses, and this is part of our PDF that we're gonna revert back to later and share on. So, welcome in everybody. Another episode. I'm excited to get into it with you. So let's just dive the heck in, but not before I retweet Amos, who already quote tweeted the stream. Man, early vote for the MVP, and he's dropping comments. Retweet, sir. All right, let's get into it. I got a little notes right off the top. The Oxygen of Belief. That was my original title. I kind of clickbaited a little bit. It's basically the idea that belief is the equivalent to the oxygen of your dreams. And if you start a dream journey like anyone holding a meme coin does, you become a part of a community. Let's do this. The chart's up. The dev's ready. They got the marketing wallet stacked. Whoa, look at all these people. Excitement, yes. This is the beginning of every dream. Excitement, hype, euphoria. Wow, brand new. Wow, we just founded a company. Wow, we just got big funding. Here we go. The bull run starting. Giddy up. Right? Am I wrong? I mean, people are really optimistic in the beginning. They have all the enthusiasm. They're high on the supply. They stay up all night long. But what happens when time passes? We teased this last week. Time is like non-oxygen. What would be the opposite of oxygen? Like smoky, a fire, smoky room. So like time is like a house on fire filled with smoke. You can't breathe. The more, and this is the analogy, the more time goes on, the harder it gets to breathe, right? The harder it gets to get excited, the harder it gets to be enthused. And so during that tough season is when a lot of dreamers run out of air and they die. They perish. And I'm going to tell you many crazy things about life and just tap in. And here's one of them right here. If you've had the same group of friends for a long time, I'm not coming at you heavy, but if dream is your number one, for me it is. Like, I'm not talking about meme coins. I'm talking about my life. If I'm looking at my friend group, what do we do for fun? What are they doing? Have we all been in the same general spot for the last 10 years? Is there some stagnancy? Do we do the same habits each week that maybe don't serve the dream that I claim to have? Because when you have a dream, man, you really gotta pluck the thorns out of your environment, right? To really put everything aligned. You need the oxygen, but you need a clean environment too. So that's one thing to look at is if your group of friends has been the same for a while and you've been doing the same things, perhaps it's worthwhile looking at that, because part of the appeal of what we're doing here is that we together serve as oxygen to each other. This is one layer. How do we serve as oxygen? Because if I see Libre out there, I see Amos out there, I see Dreer Q6P from YouTube. Hello. I actually see a lot of dreamers in the room. I think everyone in the comments I would consider a dreamer in some way. Well, if I'm chasing my dream and it's really hard and it's discouraging, and then I know Libre, and Libre's story was, man, he I don't want to profess something negative that never happened to him, but he had this crazy, insane thing happen in his life. He lost absolutely everything, hardest of hardships. He got back on the wagon, and now he's Mr. Big Shot influencer. Now he's driving. He's got 2 girlfriends because they're just all blowing up his phone. and he's driving his car through LA, like top down, just balling out. Man, if Libre can do it, I mean, I was just talking, Libre just commented on my post earlier. If Libre can make his dream come true, shoot, then like, what's my excuse? Me and Libre started the exact same spot. Like, why he's hanging out with the ladies, driving top down in LA, then what about me? So your friend group is a form, is a layer, a segment of this theoretical oxygen, right? So be aware of that. Okay. Now we need to, so like when you're chasing your dream, yes, and you're going on this pursuit and time passes and you get discouraged, how do you keep going? When everything looks bad, when prices are down, how do you maintain the belief? How do you do this? You need to feel the fire. You need to cultivate your beliefs, stimulate them. And the more you do, the more you poke the bear, the more you poke the fire, the more you believe, the more infused you are. It's like oxygen to your lungs. It's like power to your dreams. So I want to hook you in and tell you that this is a 80-minute super mega Goliath space, but the truth may not take quite as much time. The thing that I feel is the oxygen of belief, the stimulation, is everything that you pour into your mind. In order to go the distance for your dream, whether it's in Web3, in your community member, you got to keep everything hot, fresh. You need to keep it your excitement. How? Exposure. Dream talk, what is going through your ears right now? Imagine if we never did these. I bet half the dreamers would have left a long time ago because you lose sight of what is. Nothing has changed but time. This is still the largest community of dreamers in the world at 50,000 market cap. Okay? That hasn't changed. The entire big vision is closer than it's ever been. That hasn't changed. But excitement has, but hype has. And if you didn't have this, then maybe your excitement would have faded a long time ago. Books. We do book club. Why do you think we do book club? Because the principles of success remind us that dreams do come true. When you get discouraged and 2 years passes and your dream doesn't come true, perhaps it's worthwhile for you to crack open a book and say, man, is it really true that Colonel Sanders got rejected for a KFC, or he got rejected for years and years and he made it when he was like 69? I'm 45 and I thought I was running out of time. But if Colonel Sanders made his dream come true, then what am I doing thinking about giving up now? Well, wasn't it Thomas Edison, the guy who made the light bulb, who failed 909? Actually, I don't even know the number. I think it was more. I think it was like 10,000 times. Thomas Edison failed how many times? 10,000 ways that didn't work. Failed experiments for the light bulb are estimated between 1,000 and 10,000. That's way too vague. With specific records indicating over 2,700 attempts. First of all, what a freaking lie. Like, not a lie, but look at how rumors start. Key findings on Edison's failures. 1,000 attempts. I'll show you so you can see what I'm reading here. Sometimes I just do this. I veer off onto a side thing here. If we're looking at Thomas Edison, look at Google's telling me. 1,000 attempts, frequently cited figure for unsuccessful attempts to create a functional light bulb. Then this says 2,774 experiments from 1884 by his assistant, 10,000 ways. Edison often used this figure to describe his iterative process of eliminating ineffective materials. Edison held 2,332 patents. Okay, so the numbers aren't clear, but let's just pretend it's 1,000, all right? And you're chasing your dream, and you've already failed 50 times in your life. Failed 50 times. You're cooked. Time to make some burgers, baby. It's over for you. Give up all that dream stuff. You failed 50 times. Continuing on the race. It's what goes in these ears. It's what you process. And as dreamers, this is what we do. We bombard ourselves with all of the resources that fuel our dream. Positive things you can do right now. I want you to go through your social media and find what's not serving you. I've been doing this week after week. I see people that have nothing to do with my dream that come up on my timeline, and maybe they entertain me. I block them. This guy's selling cars. Maybe he's good at videos. He keeps selling cars. How does that have anything to do with me and my dream? Block. Needs to get out. So I cultivate my social media. So what I see is a positive loop. I'm bombarding my mind with this person giving me the encouragement, and then I retweet it, and then you see it and you retweet it. And this is how we extend our energy out. We dish the oxygen out. Dreamcat himself, the vision is to make him a source of this oxygen. People like Scooby-Doo, people like Mickey Mouse. What does it mean to people? Dreamcat's meaning, the character we want to build, is so he can relate to the person who's all in on their dreams. Man, the reason I love following Dreamcat is because I'm always learning something. I'm always getting inspired and reminded to keep chasing my dreams. That's oxygen. Even the movies you watch. Sometimes I watch movies like the cartoon movies like Hercules, for example. Hercules can go the distance. This is a positive narrative. Even if it's delusional, it's filling the mind. It's fueling the mind with go the distance, the hero's journey, the hardships, the rejections, but you keep going, you keep going, you keep going until you make your dream come true. You're on the hero's journey until you succeed. And just in case you didn't know, I'm kind of a poser because I'm the genie, but my real secret favorite is actually Hercules. He can go the distance. Okay, you get it. Really, the message is simple. It's the books you read. It's the podcasts you listen to. It's the music you listen to. It's the conversations you have. It's the friends that are in your circle. It's the family that you give access to. I hate to say it, I recently quietly cut out some family members because I even cut out people who are really nice to me, who like me, but always bring drama. I also quietly had to cut them out because I just can't have my energy affected. So these are the stimulants. They're all over. Can you tap into them more? Will being more tapped in produce better results, better inputs, more oxygen? You can run longer. You can lift more weights. You're fueled up for the journey. So if you have these resources, you're filled up. So simple things to do, cut those out. And ultimately, it's not just about personal development. It's not just about self-help. What it's about, shout out to Crypto Los. Man, I haven't seen Crypto Los in forever. Shout out to Crypto Los. Cat Collector, your dream needs food to grow like your body does. Feel your dream with positive thoughts. Cat Collector dropped a bomb. Hey, Brenda, you sounds like you're in the building. Welcome, welcome. Tiger is in the building. Welcome, welcome. I see you guys. I see you guys. This is not just about personal development, guys. We're going to keep this short. You've only been here a while, so you can hear my message. I'm not telling you just to go read books and listen to audio. There's an underlying message, which I say a lot. It's this. All of those resources, what they do when you fuel them up, when you listen to the proper things, and not just motivation. Libre has it down. Pat, he's all about recently. I see it. He might be speaking to me subconsciously. Action, 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 action. You fill up everything. You know what you need. You get the motivation, the inspiration, everything you need. You believe it's possible. That's the big one. And then you take massive action and you get results, and it's a cycle that continues. If you get the massive action and you take action, but you wean off the inputs, the mind lowers. The greatest version of you, the thoughts that are going to make people ape bonga, right? The thoughts that are going to make dream become reality. Those thoughts are coming from a person who's high on the supply, who's over oxygenated. Man, they just read the chart. They just read all the PDFs. They saw this proof, and all that is in them. And then they make a tweet and the conviction shines through. And you have seen this from me on multiple times. I've talked to you about what's happening right now. It's about getting in line with the highest version of you. There's been times where I've done exactly what I'm telling you. I'm still getting around to it. And I see we got some more comments. We'll get over to Sir Ben over there. He's probably on lunch break in El Gato. Okay. But then I get distracted. All right, let me reel back in. Dang, I already lost it. Whenever I read comments, this happens to me. Let me backtrack. Okay, you get all the inputs. It's not just for your health. It's about the belief. Dang. This, I blame a concussion. I had a concussion a long time ago. If you're here, bear with me. It's when you get, okay, so this is proof. Screw it. This is proof. When you get momentum, you notice how it keeps stacking. So like the more I keep talking, the more starts flowing. When I get in a flow and I start talking, ideas come out, ideas come out. And if I cut off the flow state, if I get distracted, I lose my train of thought. And something that I was building to that could have hit you so hard and been more impactful and more powerful just got missed because the oxygen supply. Now, I actually want you guys to comment, so I can't blame you. But that's what just happened. So I think I was talking about the momentum and stacking these things. I was talking about the higher self. I was talking about how when the key of this all ultimately is stimulating your belief. That's everything I just mentioned, the people around you, the tweets, the music, we'll get to that, the podcasts, Dreamcat tweets, these dream talks, the books that you read, all of those stimulants stimulate your belief. Your 100% peak belief, when taken action upon, belief transmuted to action. So it's like stimulation, belief, action. The action that's taken on with the fuel of belief that's so strong moves mountains. But time also kills this, which is why you have to stay tapped in. So wonder, people say, let's shout out Nath. I was on VC 2 days ago. I was talking to Sir Nath. Sir Nath uncovered us, found the dream about 2 years ago. And he said, man, I go off and I chase other dreams. I go for other projects. You know, he's looking for the quick win. He's like, whenever I come back and I get an account banned or whatever, I always come back to the dream. And I said, no worries, Nath, you'll end up with us eventually. But he's like, man, I just want to salute you and give you credit for just continuing on this journey and all that. Like, salute. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. I could give myself a little bit of credit. But let me tell you something, Nate. The reason that it is the way that it is, if it was just a meme coin to make a few bucks, I would have been gone like everyone else a long time ago. The why is big enough, and I stimulate this why. I stimulate this dream. I feed the dream. I feed the dream with successes, achievements. Some things today, we were a dream in the beginning. We have a Dreamcat music bot. That's incredible. That was like a dream. We have the whole PDF. That's incredible. We have people. There's a podcast, the Dream Talk podcast. That was just, there's a whole setup here. Those were just previous dreams. So all these things fuel the big, big vision. But what keeps me going? You don't think I could occasionally be, man, the chat's quiet today. I wish, man, if I'm not talking, people aren't engaging as much in the chat. Maybe I could be better at stringing everyone together. You don't think I have an occasional thought? But what keeps me high in the supply is the inputs which stimulate my belief. And belief is why all of you are listening today. Why are you still in the dream 2 years away? Because something has been shown to you. Something has been revealed. You've picked up on something. There was a moment where you heard a shill with your own ears and you said, I haven't heard anything like this. There was a moment where hardship came and you saw the power to keep going. And you said, wait a minute. Something stuck with you. So ultimately, your goal is, just rehash my thoughts, cultivating the belief, maintaining the belief, stimulating the belief. The more you believe, and then to seal it up, and I'm going to show you more examples and read the chat here in a second. So that's what you have to do. Stimulate it nonstop. Keep the fire hot. Keep the oxygen in your lungs by tapping in. That's how you do it. Tapping into the good things that fuel your fire, the proofs. And the ultimate proof here is that I'm going to reveal to you shortly after I read some comments is that we are following as dreamers in this mission a couple bullish things for you. Number one, we're following the laws of success. We'll eventually need to follow some rules of crypto. You know, people want to see volume bots, all that stuff. But we're following the laws of success. These laws of success are undefeated. If you understand what I understand, you will become a Dreamcat advocator for life. because time wavering does not affect this mission. This mission is not based on how long time passes. This mission is based on there is no law. There is no fail. There just isn't. Like, I gotta die or something. Like, you don't understand. If you when you've really built your mind enough and you really truly have a dream, you don't just fall over and quit, especially when it feels like you haven't even started yet. People can use their perception and say, oh, it's been this long of time, it's probably not going to happen, and walk away. But for me, time does not change the dream. And if you can get your dream to this kind of a place, well, now you're really ensuring that it can come true. Maybe it's not that powerful in your life yet, but when someone has a dream, we're actually talking about a dream. Now, I'd like to be financially free someday, but it's okay if I'm not, because I do enjoy watching the game every weekend. No, dude, if you have a freaking dream, you dream until reality. You put your back up against a wall. You put yourself in position to feel the pressure that pushes you into new things that create success. This is a must in the dream community. Shout out to everyone who wants to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it with you. I want to dream with you. This is what I want to bring the dreamers of the world together, and I want to chase dreams. And perhaps if you're here, what you'll see from me somewhere along the way is you will see massive action. And I hope that when the massive action brings a result forward and you get to witness it, you know that you've always had the ability to do that for your own life and for your own dream. And my hope is not just this Dreamcat journey, simultaneous game. The best part about you being here is being in the exact environment that I'm talking about, a place that fills you with oxygen by the inspiration you see, by the motivational quotes you read, the brainwashing you receive. You're becoming a certain kind of person who is what a dreamer is defined as. That's what you're becoming. And that's what you get to witness and seeing as an unfortunately believing for most. But as dreamers, the big catch is you believe in the vision, and your belief when you take action on the belief transmuted into action makes the dream reality, not the other way around. Most people in Web3 are followers. Are you a visionary? That's what a dreamer would be. You see before you believe, which means you get to load up, you get to get unlimited oxygen. Dream is a couple shekels, a couple pennies, and you can get dream. You can fill up the tank, get unlimited gas, let your belief drive you. And then when it goes up, now you're fueled up. Okay. So we're going to check out some more things. I'm gonna give you some more belief bombs to refresh your memory today. But first, we got a few people in the comments, and that's the dream. J-Dog says, let's go. Let's get it. J-Dog has infinite good energy. Shout out to J-Dog. Oh, man, what is it? Like the end of the month? Well, we got so many dreamers in the building. I love it. This makes me excited. Cat Collector, we'll shout him out. We'll read his comments first. To succeed, you never have to give up. Or maybe you never give up, because you could give up if you want to. But to succeed, you have to dream until reality, right? You need to continue working, but wish everyone a wonderful... Oh, he's saying he needs to go back to work. So he tuned in. Let's talk about Ben for a second. Ben sent me a DM. Of course, he wanted it to be... It's name-based. So he wanted it to be like... what's it called? Anonymous, but I'm going to paraphrase for you. This is the power of dreams, okay? He was trying to get a job, new job, doing something new in his life, and he applied for some super big shot. This super big shot is like Amazon Bezos type of guy, right? He owns stores all over the world. United States, Canada, hundreds of locations. This is a big shot guy. And he went through, he did an interview to like work for this administration, so to speak. And this person specifically was a huge advocate of mindset and goal setting. And Ben had told me that he went in, he got this interview, and then he looked this guy up and found out that he had books. And he had books about essentially, thinking bigger and dreaming bigger. And he was excited about that. And I was excited for him because I said, Ben, This is like the world winking at you. When things like this happen, this is like the universe winking at you. You go to an interview, he's a dreamer. He's one of the people who always had talked about his dreams, right? Not everyone gets that involved, but he was, and he's on his pursuit live. And that was really cool because I was like, dude, look, that's a sign, bro. The guy's got a book. What are the chances of that? You're a dreamer. You're chasing your dream. You're trying to expand your mindset, think bigger, dream bigger. And then the guy's got a book related to that topic. So shout out to Ben. He says, I'm in the building, but I'm working and I can't be a slacker. Much love, Ben. AMP in the building. Belief becomes habit. Belief becomes habit. I guess you can say delusional belief does take over. So you get whatever I guess your habits become second nature, right? Whatever you do over and over starts to run on autopilot, good or bad. So it's best to kind of force feed the environment the things you want. Boom, 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 load up and feel empowered. Welcome in, sir. Libre in the chat. Libre, I'm in your DMs on Genie account. Read it if you so may. No, but I left them for like 5 years. This is QV6. You'll have to remind me where I was in the talk. I'm sorry, I had to zone out the comments. You left them for 5 years. Who did you leave? Yo, 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 I see this. What's up, what's up? I was the person who left them because they were rude to me. Oh, you left like the boyfriend or the girlfriend way back when? Hey, that's okay. You gotta know your worth, know your value. That's fine. Do you listen to any bands or artists with positive lyrics? Here's a good thought-provoking question. Okay, Elgato Satoshi. So you must not be on Telegram, huh? I saw you sent me the CA. I saw you sent me the CA or your wallet, so I'll get you that in time. It's hard when it's not in Telegram. In the Telegram, we play some of these songs. So the songs that I pick are not, maybe you're more into rock. Libre might know because Libre listens to rock. So he listens to like some bands. But there are songs that all talk positively about the dream chasing journey and making dreams come true. And I play these in the chat all the time. So examples would be Hercules, I Can Go the Distance. Examples would be, I've actually sung them recently. There's one from Walt Disney World that Walt Disney had made a long time ago. And he says, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And it talks about dreams specifically. So it's like a jingle that gets stuck in your head talking about professing. See, there's power in this. I've been singing it for the last 3 days. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the edge of every day, something like that. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Man's got a dream, and that's a start to follow his dream in mind and heart. And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. You know what kind of brainwashing that is, bro? You know how serious that is? So that kind of stuff, it's just music, but it's like, oh, it's making me delusionally optimistic for the outcome. It's telling me, the dream come true. So there's that. Sweet dreams are made of this. Even ones that are generally positive. Like there's one, it's a beautiful life if you can see. I don't love to sing, but I don't know the names of these songs. But you know that one, right? So even songs that are positive energetically, that are saying positive things, because I align those with like my dream, right? Oh man, I'm feeling kind of down today. But when I'm singing the words and I'm speaking the positive words and I'm hearing them, it's putting me in an upbeat state, I got them in our Telegram. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's a dream-based song. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's about dreams. Let's see, I'm looking at our Telegram. There's more. Conga. This one right here. I don't want to play it or we'll get hit. Conga is a classic like dance song where I think people get in a line. It's like a beach song, but there's one line in there that I stimulate. It says, with the fire of desire. You'll dance the night away. Those words are impactful, are powerful. The fire of desire. What does that emulate? Well, we all have a divine spark within. Yes, dreamers, you have this soul inside. You have this spark, and within that spark is your life's purpose, is your hunger, is your dream. And if you tap into that, if you focus on that, it basically comes alive. It can manifest sort of into life. And so the fire of desire, when I think as a dreamer, I think, man, I have this burning desire. I've always felt that way, right? Like, I must do this. This is my purpose. This is my destiny. Like, I have to do this. So anyway, I digress. I ask about the music because what you speak tends to manifest in your life. What is it? Does Satoshi know something that we all need to know? Do we know this? Yes. What you speak tends to manifest in your life. Great reminder, Satoshi, for everyone listening out there. We're talking about the fuel for your dream, how to fuel it or watch it die. The words, what you speak, what you think. And if it's not good, guess what? Trace it back to the source. What's fueling the negativity? Are you in a broke mentality? Are you in a negative mindset mentality? Are you in a realistic mentality? Put yourself around the big dreamers. Put yourself in front of the things that fuel your dream. Music is very powerful. And just to add on this, and we got a few more comments in here, and then we'll go over to the slides. I'm going to show you some things about the dream. Another interesting thing, Satoshi, is this is how they have the world like by the balls, for a lack of a better phrase. Sorry for the ladies out there. We do finally have a lady in the building, Brenda. Shout out to Brenda. Like negative music, right? If you're talking about blasting everyone to smithereens and killing everyone, if you're talking about, I don't know, just there's a lot of music out there. Some music's even dark. I don't know. I don't want to get too heavy on it, but music is negative. Music is programming, and people just think, oh, it's just words. It's just music. It's fine. It's just a movie. It's just fine. It all matters. Crypto Los in the building. Dude, yeah, still a big fan. Lots of love. Good to see you if you're still here. I think the reason that, not that I got out of touch with you per se, I haven't really seen you on my timeline, but I was supporting all the cats, and then I didn't stop, but like a lot of the cats stopped. I see you guys hadn't. One of my lights just died. But I think I saw something from the cat community that was like, they didn't like other cats or something like that. So I think I just kind of stopped tapping in the TG and stuff. But dude, always love your energy, positivity. This right here is a grinder. Check him out. Give him a follow. He's always working. He's always grinding. He's showing up every day. And there's very few of those people. And then we got Brenda in the building. Brenda says, yes, you are a processor. I love it. You talk yourself into solutions. That's advanced if you stopped and redirected. It has purpose sometimes. See, Brenda's on another level. Brenda's going to be a guest at some point. She's going to fill our cup. She already does in the chat. Awesome to have you here, Brenda. Okay. So what we're going to do, what I really wanted to do, but I'll just be honest, I wasn't willing to go this hard, is I wanted to tell you about how all these resources stimulate your belief. And then I wanted to make a belief montage. I wanted to take all these different things that would give you massive belief and put them into one place. Like give you proof that relates to the Dreamcat journey from Walt or someone big. Give you a voice note that I have on my phone. Show you slides. But I was like, man, that's what you need like a production team for, right? I'm going to show you some dream slides. I'll give you one little piece here. I'm going to skip around this. I'm going to share one little voice note because it came up. I went through all my voice notes and I'm going to use these for speeches. But I want to just share my thoughts with you so you can get a tiny more belief about the convictions that come from my mind and what I'm building here with Dreamcat. Okay, so let me just get to the part real quick. We're getting there. Let's see. I think we're there. The world could be great. Myself and the theme park that I built. That was a huge leak. Holy that was a huge leak. That was not on purpose. Wow. That was a huge leak on accident. I did not even plan that. That's what I knew what the risk was. All right, let's just bypass that and keep going because I think we're good now. I hope so. Sheesh. This is dangerous. Okay, I think we're good. Like I really believe I'm going to create this. It's going to be huge. I'm going to make a huge impact. And I'm going to be one of the biggest entrepreneurs in the world, period. That was 1 minute and 20-second voice note. I use voice notes to stimulate my own belief in myself. I capture these beliefs. So I go out, and when I'm in the fire, like that came out of me because everything that went in me, you see, it was stimulated. That came into me because of the things that I was listening to. The thought, I'm realizing, no, literally, you can do anything. And I'm just like, I'm just going to record. I just had a visualization right now. Here's what I'm doing. Here's where I am in my life. This may seem delusional, but these are literally the thoughts that are going through my head. And the thoughts are the beginning of it all. The beliefs are the beginning of it all. So yeah, that was one. Didn't mean to have that inadvertent leak. Hopefully nobody caught it. Jesus. Prognosis, double time. I didn't even know you still had your AMP account. I kind of lost sight because I knew you had this new one. Love it. Amos, I missed Amos. Amos was sneaking in here too. Amos made the long comments. We'll get to those too. Dang. Well, anyway, something I've said, man, I believe. I'll give you more. I talked to my dad last night. This is just Dev thoughts, but let's go to Dreamcat as well. Talked to my dad last night and had a great talk, was talking about the future and, oh, what are you up to? Hey, this is what I'm trying to do. And I just explained things to him. I'm like, Dad, I'm just not supposed to do this, this, and this. Like, this is just literally my life. This is what I'm supposed to do. And I think I'm supposed to be boom, boom, boom and do this. And I told him, and he's supportive. So I appreciate that. Okay, let's go to Brenda real quick. She's patient. She's here with us. Thank you. By the way, did you get into school past the wait list today? From denied to school and accepted 3 months later and waitlisted and full in today? Oh, this is your story. Did get into school past the waitlist Friday. Oh, yeah. You told me that story. Yeah, you told me that story. I remember. And now you're all the way in. Good for you. Good for you. So it was destiny. Brenda had shared, she's a dreamer, and she had shared a situation about school, getting into school, and how like she wasn't perfectly qualified. Don't tell anybody, but like she's super smart. She knows what she's doing. She missed some deadline or something, and they like lost her email, and they just like magically approved her. And that was the power of sort of the manifested thoughts and beliefs. It just bypassed reality in a way. Here's what I want to show you now. I'm going to give you a little oversight here. Speed reminder to stimulate your belief in real time regarding the Dreamcat journey. If you are Mega Bags and other projects, I would tell you to review these things. Maybe it's at a great discount. Maybe you can buy more. You lose track of it when you focus on what you see, but when you actually tap in to the core, you're reminded. Here's a few things about Dream that make us special. A reason number one, to cultivate your belief. We're using a simple principle. It's 1,000 believers. I believe that 1,000 believers will essentially take over the game because everything, when you look around in other communities, go to PopCat. PopCat was a $2 billion project. If you go in the comments, there's 30, 40 people in those comments, okay? 30 to 40 people. But it's a $2 billion cap because people are in 30 different projects. They don't believe enough in one to become that. SPX 69 holders, they do a pretty good job. They're pretty much all in. So the vision has been, we don't worry about the present. We don't worry about who's here. The vision continues. The dream goes on. But once it stacks and there's, Libre is believer number one, right? the biggest believer. He wears Dream on his chest. When you have 8 of those, 16 of those, 32 of those who project the belief daily, it becomes a huge snowball effect. This is one principle that we are enacting on. Belief is your only ticket in the Dreamcat journey. You really can't get there any other way. This is another chart talking about meme coins, okay? There's millions of coins out there, but most of them fit into a few other buckets. What we plan to be is, you could call this a mission or a movement. And it says, in Murad's words, missions and movements are ranked as the rarest and most impactful future meme coins. Forming the largest community of dreamers in the world checks that box. Today, people don't care about us. Today, we're a shell. Today, we're just projected belief building along. You don't have to get excited. But when the results come, that's where the excitement comes. But we've always made it available for belief. This whole gap on our chart gives anyone who's willing to listen the chance to believe, but most just gloss over. Maybe you're one of those people. If you are here, I would think that you are. I would think that you did pick up a dream bag and you were able to see through, because it's actually pretty crazy if you think about what we're putting together and what the magnitude of what we're trying to achieve. So, hey, that's powerful. There's celeb coins, there's random memes, there's just animal coins that are random animals, there's charity coins, there's I don't even know what schizo coins means, but a lot of them are businesses. So a lot of like business coins, a lot are like marketing services, all different niches, but the dream movement is bigger than the coin. The coin is just the vehicle. It's about the largest community of dreamers in the world. What does that mean? It means we do things to attract the dreamers of the world. We do things to foster the dreamers of the world, right? Filling their cup, helping them in their dream. Those are the things that we do. And it ripples out. Next, popping along here, Think and Grow Rich. We did book club. Libre knows he was there with me each and every time. The dream is built on the principles of Think and Grow Rich. 13 lessons containing the formula for personal achievement and the accumulation of wealth. Isn't that what people are trying to do? You could just say, oh man, let's just, the dumber it is, the higher it flies. We're betting on variations. We're betting on evolutions in the space. 13 lessons for personal achievement and the accumulation of wealth. What's one of the big ones? The power of belief. You're being taught it right now. Personal development, tapping in, right? That's another one. That's what we do. That's what our content is. So we're building a system that builds you. And if you're willing to take action, you chasing this dream is aligned with you chasing your own. How powerful is that? I think it's powerful. Okay, what else we got? I want to cruise through these. I don't want to keep it going too long. Just a refresher for you. Just a refresher. Maybe some people have never seen this before. If you really studied this, I think you'd at least get yourself $1,000 in Dream. That's how I used to buy bags. The magnitude of Dream, okay? We have a little chart here, Dreamcat and Mickey Mouse. We're sharing the differences, the similarities, like theme parks, built empire, inspired dreamers, change the world, global brand, own a pet dog. That's what we have in common. Some differences. You simply must dream bigger. Goals are not guarantees. Neither are plans. Neither are dreams. They're not guarantees, but the vision for Dream is bigger than Web3. The conversation isn't best in the space, it's best in the world. That is the absolute truth. So reflect on everything you know, everything you have, everything you've plugged into. Oh, maybe it's this meme coin or this meme coin. What is their why? Who's behind it? Who's pushing it? And how high is their ceiling? Do they have the power to create enough energy and noise? Do they have a catalyst to change the game? To get on the radar of everyone in the world? Dream does. There you go. What else we got in here for you? The golden ticker. The ticker is Dream. Everyone in the world has a dream. Universal, timeless, takes no explanation. It's in movies, songs, comments, game shows. If we had massive editors on board now, we could pull from all the best movies in the world, playing the different scenes, infusing Dream into them. Dream is all over. The keyword is everywhere. And we're first. We're first here, locked in with the Dream. We have that online space. Someone could steal it, but we have the whole history here. So it's everywhere. It's why every single person is in crypto. It works in good times and is even better in bad ones. Just achieve my dream. All hope is lost. I have $1 in a dream. You're going to post about your dream either way. You might as well grab a bag and add the $sign in front of it. Accomplishments in year 1. You could check those out a different time, but it's not that we had done nothing. We built a lot of building blocks. And there you go. That's all I wanted to show you. Just a little bit in the chart. Actually, I lied. I'll show you one more thing. I'm going to do one more flex on you. When I think about just as the dev here, I think of a few things. This is a personal flex. I'm going to flex it reluctantly because it's kind of awkward to do, but I'm going to. I've had this goal, a delusional goal as a kid, that I was going to be a billionaire at 40 years old. And I had no reason why. It was just a dumb goal like, oh, I want to be really, really successful. I want to be a billionaire by 40. And I mapped out this plan. I used to focus on it. And I used to have no vehicle, no dream to make it come true. And eventually I got more clear. And it's like, oh, I'm not just going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is how I'm going to do it. Like this will fulfill the prophecy. And I say all that to say, a lot of people say, let's go to billions. Let's say millions to billions. But at least as the founder of Dream, if you're talking about belief things and you're building your own system of what keeps you in the game, what keeps you showing up when you don't see anything. I want to tell you, when I listened to these voice notes, I found one from 2019. 2019, it was the very first time I met my boss and I think it was the first one ever. I think I can play a little bit for you. This is me having a conversation. See the guy in the middle here in the red shirt? This is one of the best-selling, he's got the best-selling sales book of all time. He was up there with Harry Potter on the New York Times bestseller list. In this conversation is me, him, and his wife, who is a VP of sales. This is when I met them. This is 2018, the first voice note I ever made. I listened to this. It's a little bit cringy, but I think it's covered here in the first. Just hear myself talk is cringy. But now we're 8 years away from that. I just want you to hear this bit. I'm going to give you this billionaire insight, and then we'll move on. Something like cringy could still come up. Let's see. I don't remember the whole thing. We're thinking of a podcast topic where I was going to go live on their podcast, and they said millennial millionaire, something by 30. And the conversation was evolving. Millennial billionaire.
Millennial billionaire mindset. That's actually one of my, I know it's a bold goal, but you guys have probably seen that. That's what I kind of brand myself as a billion by 40.
But you have to start out as a thousandaire.
Yeah, no, you're right. You have to go through each step to get there. But you guys mentioned too about doing something. I don't know if you guys were just shooting.
Okay, so anyway, just a little snippet there. Jeffrey said, before billions, you got to get thousands, you got to get millions. But I just wanted to show you, when people talk about the vision behind everything, we're going to go to billions. This is something that was on my wall for like 7 years. It's not up there anymore because it's evolved and I still know where I'm going. There is a check on my wall, though. There is a check for 2033 written to myself for $1 billion, Jim Carrey-esque. So that does exist as on my wall. This conversation did happen in 2018, not a little flash of inspiration. And this is the last thing I want to show you is this is my small flex. I have a book. I've written a book, if you guys didn't know that. It's about how to reach the world's best. And these are conversations that I've had with really successful people and their testimonials that are on the back of my book, not about my book, but about me, basically. So I know this sounds kind of conceited, but on this billionaire line of thinking, I want to share this with you, because they're all connected to that. I didn't even basically realize. So I am confident you will be a billionaire. I had a conversation with Jack Canfield. That's the author of Chicken Noodle Soup for the Soul. I wrote him an email, cold email, and I used my strategies that are in my book. And he replied to me in 30 minutes. And that's why I put my strategies in a book, because he's a guy who was worth like $30 million at one time. He had sold 500 million copies. Chicken Noodle Soup of the Soul is written by this guy. And I shared the vision, and that was something I used to talk about. And he replied back, and I have that email printed out and signed by him because I met him in person. So that's somewhere in like my archives, right? Then off to the far right here, this guy, Dallin Larson. he had said in a conversation we had on the phone, you have a bright, how old are you? I think at the time I was 25. He said, you have a bright future ahead of you. Well, what has he done? He's a founder and a former CEO of 2 network marketing companies, actually 3 network marketing companies. And 2 of his companies, he took from 0 to $1 billion in sales. And then, of course, is Jeffrey Gitomer. And I'll play you one more archive of that when I met him, because it's the testimonial in real time. And I know this is like a weird angle to take, but the truth is that when you're in the beginning of your journey, no one's going to sell that vision until you sell that vision. No one's going to believe in you until you believe in yourself. How can I believe in you and start talking about you and your vision, your mission that I can buy into if you aren't out selling me on it, right? Projecting your belief out there. So when I really think about it, I'm like, man, I have the best chance out of anyone I know. That's how I think. So I'm gonna show you one more video for this, and then we'll just move on. We'll just move on. Read a few more comments, quote of the day, check out the chart, and maybe some other things will come up. Okay. So this is like, I guess you could say this is another flex. So I had won a contest from that guy, Jeffrey Gitomer, and he recorded this video to announce that I had won. And I re-listened to it the other day, and it was sort of powerful. I treat it as like a prophetic message. He said weird stuff, but he also said something powerful, which is on there. So I'm gonna show you the clip and let you hear it.
His name is Zachary Krupp.
Shit, you can't hear it and see it. Hold on, sorry. I guess you can't see it and hear it at the same time.
The winner is a young person who I probably have underwear over. His name is Zachary Krupp. And Zachary wins because he has balls. He's a millennial. He studied the book. He lived the book. He overcame literally every fear that he had. His video is inspiring. He is a young and up and coming human being who will, male or female, this kid's going to win. And this kid's going to win big. So I at least give him 1 day of mentoring. And that will allow him to hang in the studio, shoot some video, exchange ideas, be on the podcast, and in general, hang out with the Gitomers and the Gitomer clan and see what the hell is going on in this place.
So that was 2018. Again, not trying to flex for no reason. That's when part of the journey started. But I don't know why he said man or woman. That was weird. But I loved it. I heard that. I saw the video. This kid's going to win, and this kid's going to win big. You take the elements that are exposed to you. He could have been lying, but I accept it as factual truth. Yeah, I am going to win, and I am going to win big, right? And the reason why you care is not because I want to say, hey, look at me, we're going to win big, is because the way we've set it up is the dream is something that each and every believer gets to benefit from, not just from the transformation that you make in your own life, in your own self, in your own dream chasing journey, but perhaps financially, not financial advice, by being an investor in the vision of what can be. Especially when we had that leak today, which was crazy. Never had that leak before. Good thing no one listens to the podcast yet on replay. If there was 1,000 listeners, that'd be pretty. Anyway, that's the main gist of what I got. Let's just move forward here. I hope that could serve you a little bit. The reminder, that's what stimulates me. The oxygen. It's tapping in, filling my mind in every single way possible. All right, let's take a quick gander here at the charts. Dreamcat chart checking in, and we will have an MVP out there. Still looking for our MVP. Dreamcat chart. I think we were like, 42, 43, 45 last week. We're at 58K. That's always good. Up a little bit. You can see this chart. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It doesn't even matter. because when you do the things, this doesn't matter anymore. But it's a chart. You can look at it. Cool. 58,000. Quote of the day, Z. Yeah, at least it wasn't my seed phrase. That'd be terrible. I don't know if you know, Satoshi, but I was actually hacked before. The first live stream we did on this platform, StreamYard, I used to use a computer that had my crypto on it. It's not like there was my seed phrase or anything. I just had extensions with like Phantom and whatever. And all we did was go online, and I was literally hacked. All my meme bags sold. And a big wallet of Dream. That's why one of the big red candles is on Dream. That's what happened to Hardship for us. But yeah, so everyone knows, any hackers out there, it doesn't happen anymore. This is a blank computer. So you forced me to do this. This is a computer that is just for the stream. And obviously Google. And I guess I do pull up my Twitter, but all of that has two-factor authentication anyway. So anyway, leave us alone. We've paid our dues. We've been hacked before. We've already suffered with pain. We've learned our lessons. So leave us be. Okay, quote of the day. This could have been great. It could have been crazy. I literally tried for 30 minutes to bring this visual to life. It didn't come exactly how I wanted it, but it's more of a visual than a quote. It's more of a visual. And here it is right here. Okay, just a little bit different today. What you have here is 4 quadrants. It says the Dreamcat quotes of the day, because they're kind of just like little bursts, little pushes, and it didn't work out how I wanted it to. But off to the left, you have a source. You're plugged in. There's a tube connecting to this cloud that connects to my oxygen tank, which is the oxygen of dreams. You can see is in front of this. This could be anyone. It doesn't even need to be me. It could be a man. It could be you. Okay, and there's an oxygen tank there. And the tubes are like the oxygen. They're connected to all the sources that inspire you, that motivate you to keep you going. The cloud of the heart that says keep going, in other edits that came out a little bit better, is supposed to emulate God. Okay, so you're looking up at the sky and you just hear in your head, keep going. Something out there. Has anyone ever had a moment like that? I've actually had, this is foreshadowing. I've actually had a moment in my life where I connected to what I would call God or the source. And it actually was, it was a big buildup, but it was when I looked up at the sun and I was instantly connected. It's a crazy story of my life. It happened like 2 years ago. Keep going. Let's just pretend that's from God, the creator of the universe, whatever you believe in. Then right here, we have a nice stack of books. Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Positive Thinking, The Magic of Thinking Big, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, The Secret, all books that we're going to cover on Book Club. We've already covered 2 of them, okay? And those are oxygen. Man, they fuel you. Man, this is the lessons. If you never quit, you can't lose. If you dream into reality, if you just pivot, all within your dream journey, it only takes one. You can fail for years. Maybe you see 7 years as a failure, not understanding that the action that takes place on year 8 is just good enough. It's just the one little thing that makes the spark that makes it happen. This is true for comedians who have no luck for 7 years and you wonder why they don't give up. Mainstream actors who think they're going to make their dream come true and you just don't see it happen. This is how the world works, guys. This is why the only dream I ever count out is like professional athlete, because I guess the body can wear down. But if your dream is to make a bakery, if your dream is to author a book, if your dream is to produce a movie, be in a movie, if your dream is to become a millionaire, if your dream is to retire your family, if your dream is to go on a explorative adventure and see the Congo or travel to China or learn Kung Fu, you can do all these things at any point in life. And just because the last decade, the last chapter was filled with pessimism or debt or failure or loss or setbacks or discouragement or hacks or buying memes and losing your money, doesn't mean you quit. Especially here, we'll talk about crypto for a second. Not only all that for your dreams, but how about tailored to crypto and your crypto dreams? How many people have we known who came in this cycle, got excited, got in the game, got in dream, got in other things? Where did they go? They didn't just leave the dream community. They left the Web3 community. Did they give up on their dreams? I mean, come on, sure, you've been beat up, but that's the process. That's the progression. That's what the learning's all about. going through that and persevering, because it only takes one. You could have been scammed on 78 projects and be wrong, but it only takes one. By the way, I had one Solana in a project a couple months ago. Nah, longer than that now. Maybe like 6-7 months ago. I had one Solana in a project. One Solana. I put it into 30 different cats that I believed in because they were cats. People said they were dead. That one Solana went to 20 grand in one night. And Solana right now is $85. I remember buying some Solanas loading up when they were like 60 in the beginning. But that one Solana went to 20 grand overnight. And that was only like, I think like 100, I don't think it was either 100 million or 200 million. I think closer to 200 million. I think 100 million or 200 million market cap. And we're talking about decades. We're talking about billions. You really can. You have to play your cards in Web3. How can you not? It's too risky not to. Okay, next, we got, it's supposed to be Walt Disney, but they got generic on me and they made him a generic visionary CEO. You have bootleg Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney. And it says, if you can dream it, you can do it. That is a source. Movies, television, theme parks, witnessing things that have been built, seeing Walt talk about his dreams, seeing them come into reality. That is fuel. That is oxygen to the lungs. Seeing that, living in it. Man, you're right. His quote said this. Like, it's got to be true. No way. I'll tell you what. Oh, hi, Mark. Is this a drive-by? Are you? Oops. I just saw Oh, hi, Mark drop a like. And it would be really cool if Oh, hi, Mark was listening for 10 seconds. Oh, hi, Mark. If you're out there, drop a comment in the chat just to fill up our cup, just to infuse the dreamers. Oh, hi, Mark's an OG dreamer who's on the sidelines keeping up with us. Oh, man, we might have a Bubba Gump appearance too. I think he's in here. I'll get to the comments in a second. So, okay, Walt Disney, right? Fill in the mind of a dreamer, the mind of dreams coming true. And then the fourth oxygen filler I have in the big vision, I didn't even realize it came through his crotch, which is kind of inappropriate, I suppose. This isn't supposed to be, coming from his butt or anywhere else. We'll just pretend that this cord is attached to the back of his spine. I had like 10 different edits and it didn't come out properly. And I just had to choose this one last second because I ran out of time. But a fourth place of inspiration for the dreamers of the world as the vision is fulfilled is Dreamcat himself, reminding you, he's going to infiltrate your ecosystem. Yes, he's going to infiltrate. Maybe it's what you're watching on TV. Maybe it's what you're seeing in the world. Maybe it's a place that you go to in the real world. Maybe it's social media and he infiltrates your feed. Don't let the current reality dictate your belief of what can be. If 1,000 believers buy into the dream, Dreamcat will be everywhere. And it's not just, oh, let's ride this thing until it goes up. There's tangible things that can send it, real things that people can believe in. And again, the whole dream is built on belief. That's your only ticket. You have to become a believer. If we get people in on hype, those people will push us up and they'll also leave. And it'll keep cycling and cycling and cycling until finally it's purified by dreamers and they stop letting go of their bags and they hang on tight. Got it? Makes sense, right? Pretty good, I'd say. I'd say it all. The dots connect. Oh, it's a Bubba Gumsky in the building. I tuned in last night to the Ninja Cat Twitch stream. Guys, credit where credit is due. Bubba Gump always shows us love and support. We appreciate it. I love it. I met this guy up in real life. He came to Orlando. We connected. And I was on their Twitch last night. I mean, they're living a variation of the dream. If you go in their chat, dude, I know what it is you guys are cultivators. I need maybe you should give me some advice, Bubba. I can't switch my thing. I know what I could do. I just wish, I'm not going to change this system. I know I'm not. But if there was a way to make the live more, if you could I feel like if the people listening in could make things happen here in real life, that's probably what makes it so engaging. So give Bubba a follow. They do a Twitch stream. I mean, there was 26 real people in the chat. That's humongous. That's people who are active. And we're blessed. All the dreamers that we have up in here. There's some real dreamers in here. These are people who I think every single person in the comments, there's no strays. To those of you on YouTube, we'd love to get to know you. And that's cool. That's fine tuning. So yeah, dude, thanks for pulling up. We did, of course, naturally, we had some ice cream together. Little ice cream, good for the soul. Okay, glad you liked the visual. It was a failed visual. I wanted to make it cooler. Okay, boom, bam, bing. I did that. We have a comment from Satoshi. We're going to hop over to X. There was a few more deep comments, like Amos left a quality comment. And who would I be if I tell you guys, hey, let's push the stream. Let's drop comments on the main stream. If I said that and I didn't read them. So we're going to read those and then have our outro. And if there's anything else you guys want to add, we're here for it. We can talk about the fuel, the oxygen, any questions. We're here for it. Let's see what El Gato Satoshi has to say. Some projects need more adoption. Here are still very few people who understand how things work or even what a crypto wallet is. Others had to learn the hard way how Web3 projects work after losing money on their investments. Yeah, you could even say that's kind of like a success tax, right? The success tax of anything. There's a sucker in every, I guess, everywhere. Like there's a sucker in the stock market, like, oh man, prices are going up, prices are going up. Ah, yeah, that's just the government manipulating the charts. It already did this when we had the big peak, and then when it did the second peak and it didn't clear the resistance, that means that the cycle has to reset. And so you're being faked out and you're buying into a big news, but really you haven't paid your dues yet to recognize. So yes, crypto is not mainstream adopted. Scams are still everywhere. Regulation is around the corner. And other things that are around the corner is it's one euphoric moment, guys. It's one euphoric moment. Look what happened with NFTs, right? Certain people had NFTs and each NFT went to millions of dollars. One thing I am recognizing that's very powerful for our movement is this. I'm going to talk about Murad for a second. Surely you guys know Murad. He's not even the founder. He's the spokesperson for SPX 6900. Two things I like about this project. I am going to sort of talk about it. Two things I like. Number one, they have a huge mission. They want to flip the stock market. That's a mission that if you went down the line, you could see people getting behind. Oh, S&P 500, I barely get any gains. But this, I got a 2X in 6 months. That's a good mission. It's a good big goal. S&P 500 is like bajillion dollars. Good goal. They could send it to billions. Look at the Dreamcat. Largest community of dreamers in the world, right? Something that we want to do, something that we want to build on, 1,000 believers. It's a little bit different because you're learning something. SPX, amazing goal, but it's just vibes. The second thing is Murad is that we talk about, there's not that much belief in the space. Murad has lived it successfully. He made his shills. He made his big predictions. He made his wallets public. They went all the way up to $72 million, all the way down to $8 million. If you didn't know his story, he got rich off of Bitcoin cycles previous. People respect the fact that he told them everything. He keeps shilling the same thing without switching up, without giving up, and he hasn't sold his bags. And some people say the generational fumble. He fumbled. He should have sold. And all of those people don't understand yet. And they, Satoshi, are going to get a lesson in real time when I believe things turn around and belief prospers. And the good thing that I'm seeing now is some people are about 50-50 now. Some people are still Murad haters, and some people are saying, man, I think Murad was right about everything. Stop trading and believe in something. That is their mentality. They went from $2 billion all the way down to $200 million. That is a 90% retrace. This is one of the biggest problems in meme coins is that they're sold on hype and energy. So that 200 million is the belief holding pattern. Our 40 to 50,000 is our current belief holding pattern of believers who are just like, I'm here for it. The way that you break that system is to truly transfer the catalyst that makes things pump from hype, the chart, holders, volume, to belief, mission, vision. This is why we're building that way, because we don't want to be down 90% every time, but time will take care of all this, guys. When our next big pump comes, our next drawdown will be lesser than 50K. It'll be gone forever. And there'll just be enough believers. This is why we choose to build this way, because it's how you can break the meme coin model. And the vision that I have is I want to take it outside of meme coins, right? See, I have other experiences, and other meme coin founder isn't my flag to plant. It's things about dreams. So we can take this mission and I want to sell it in a different avenue, okay, in a different space. And the thing that would allow me to do that is leverage from the size of the project in success. So most people don't embody meme coins as a source of anything. This was another prediction I made relating to kind of like Joe Rogan. I put that in let's see if it's still up here. Might even pull it up for you. Sure. Let's pull it up again. Let me show you this to relate what I'm saying here. We'll go back. Boom, bam, bing. Let's go to Joe Rogan's notable. I think it's this way. Joe Rogan, okay? Joe Rogan. The future is bright. This is my own hot take. I see meme coins as community cultivation vehicles for influencers, individuals, and brands. The timing here feels similar to Joe Rogan with podcasts. People used to say, oh, podcasts are the big thing. Yeah, but there's already 100,000. How many podcasts are there now? Let's see. We have a podcast here. We'd say, oh, there's no point in starting. There's already millions. Podcasts, how many? 4.5 to 4.6 million podcasts. You would say that's saturated. You would say there's no time. How many meme coins? And like so many are dead, right? But reports indicate that over 13 million meme coins have been created by 2024, with roughly 1,000 having significant liquidity or trade. As of 2024, approximately 40 to 50,000 new meme coins are created daily. And you see, when we talk about the principles as well, when you're looking at these meme coins, there's many reasons why they die. 90% are just money machines, no purpose, no point to continue it on. Some people are massive founders. They keep founding over and over and over, like to run the system. Oh, we'll get a VC, put 100 people in it, do the volume bot, and they extract you. That's a system. So what we are going to do is beat the test of time, brick by brick, over and over and over, big splash, and belief compounds from there. Oh my gosh, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, and they have and that's what it is. And the other thing that Joe Rogan on that topic was early enough with real value and willing to build for a decade. That's what he did with podcasts. He got paid $200 million by Spotify. At the time, it was overlooked. It was laughed off, just like meme coins. My peers, besides maybe Gary Vee, believes in the Web3 space, but everyone else thinks it's a joke. It's a scam place. I hear Togi, people on some guy named Caleb, who's kind of like a financial guy, Caleb Hammer, but I'm trying to think of the guy that he kind of copies, this financial guy that tells you to fix your credit. They talk about, oh, meme coins, yeah, but they're scams. Remember when they said TikTok was just for dancing? Remember when they said that? TikTok's just for dancing. Can't do that. People built entire empires off that. Success on TikTok could be a ticket. There's like the food review guys. A few people have done that. The D'Amelio sisters. And what about Bitcoin? Bitcoin was a joke. Bitcoin was nothing. Bitcoin was a scam. Bitcoin was banned in China. Look what 10 years did. 10 years. So we look at these things. Today, I give you a little bit of belief hand delivered on a tray. In case you don't have the time to listen for yourself, I give it to you a few things to believe in the dream. But most importantly, you must stimulate your belief. Give yourself oxygen for your dreams by tapping into the books, to the tweets, to the podcast, all the good things. Okay, next, let's just take a gander here on X. And then we'll close out. But what? Are you kidding me? I haven't seen Prince here in a hot minute. What's up, Prince? Prince Ali, obvious as he. Obvious Ababwa. Welcome in, legend. All right, I know Amos made a juicy comment, and that's what I'm coming for. To give Amos some shine, and we got to pick our MVP of the stream. Who's the MVP? Satoshi's been pretty active in the comments. Let's see. AMP dropped a few. Oh, AMP's got another one. Why do you think there is latency in cat meme coin season? Whoa, dude, are you trying to like get smart on me? Latency? Does that mean fluctuations or some doubt? Reaffirm. If not, I'll just look up what that means. That's a good word. Prince says, how are you doing, boss? Boss. I'm doing good. I'm happy to be alive. I'm high on life. I'm blessed every day with that. I'm happy to be here with dreamers. I'm happy to move closer to the dream, to be on this pursuit. It brings me joy. Not everything's always perfect. There's problems too, but I'm blessed, man. I hope you're well. I hope I haven't talked to you about your dad lately. I hope everything's going good there. I hope you can find the right solution, whatever it is, whether it's funds, whether it's natural healing, whether it's a miracle, whether it's prayer, whether it's whatever that is. Wishing you well, dude. Big fan. All right, quick gander at X, and then we got a few more questions from Satoshi and Legend Prognosis. All right, let's see. Hop in. Don't lose your dream. Love. AI Prognosis. I noticed you're very you filter your followers a lot, huh? We're like boys, and you followed me and unfollowed me a couple times now. All right, here's another legend. Oh, I love these. Oh yeah, this is they were leaving comments when I said MVP. This is MVP type. Uh-oh, Amos is coming for the crown. He tagged 2 friends. He shared it out. And watch out. All right, let's see what Amos said. I had a moment where everything felt slow, like nothing was working. I stopped showing up the same way, and I could feel the dream fading. That's when it hit me. Dreams don't die instantly. They fade from neglect. I locked back in, stayed consistent, and slowly things started moving again. That's how I knew. You either fuel it or lose it. Now, some of you may say, oh man, that's some kind of AI reply, except I watch Amos, and I don't know the moment that you fell off that you're talking about, but I know that for the last 3 weeks, when things are quiet in the Web3 space, 3, 4, 5 weeks, you've been absolutely pushing, dude. I'm going to comment on this later. So kudos to you. Proof of it. You saw like momentum dies, you get out of the loop, and you don't feel it anymore. You don't feel the fuel. You have to create your own fuel. Man, Libre dropping a comment, that counts for a lot. We love it. We love it. Comments count. Okay. And then let's read what Cat Collector has to say. Your dream needs food to grow, just like your body. Feed your dream with positive thoughts, consistent little improvements, time to rest. There is a time to rest. Socializing and building connections. Your network is your net worth, right? Strengthen your dream with visuals and goal setting. Do this for a year and watch your dream growing. I'm probably going to quote tweet a few of these after the show. So, man, powerful, powerful. That's Dreamers putting in some heart right there. Speaking the truth. You got to love that. You got to love that. I think Prince might have snuck in here too. Let's see. Awesome topic. Glad you could be here for it, brother. Yeah, you'll have to listen back if it's relevant for you. Actually, I'll just give you the summary. Really, it's in short, you could listen to all the reasons why, but basically it's just like you need to stimulate your dream always. And stimulate your dream means stimulate your belief. So over time, belief fades away. I'm going to give it to Prince because Prince is a legend. He gets a review. If you don't stimulate your belief, Prince, or your dream, like what you desire most, if you pull off and you get too distant from it, you get disinterested, you get discouraged, and you drift away, you lose momentum, etc. And so the core for the dreamer is how we get gas in the tank, how we get oxygen in the body to keep us going in the marathon, is the substances, is the stimulants, not drugs. That is the books that we read, right? The thoughts that we feel. Oh, wow. Walt Disney said he already made Mickey Mouse, the #1 cartoon ever. He broke all these records. And did you know that 200 banks still told him no when he wanted to make Disneyland? And he already made Snow White, the best animation movie, and he already made Mickey Mouse, and they still told him no? Wow, if they told him that, who am I to start wimping out about 10 people telling me no, or 20 shills and they're not buying the dream? That's nothing. How about 10,000? How about crafting the message and the imagery and improving, and then resubmitting that packaging? You shilled the dream before, people didn't buy, but maybe you shilled an old variation of dream. Maybe we shilled certain people and we realized, these people who are shilling are only looking for volume. So there's a time and a place to shill them. People say, raid. Why did you stop raiding? Because the people who are shilling in the Solana community are making their only buying choice based on volume. We know exactly where to go when we have volume. We know exactly who's going to share all about us. But we have to go a little bit more strategically. We have to shift our magnet of attention. And how can we do that? by being the ones. Each dreamer is a magnet for all the things, positivity, dreams coming true, the motion. Where do you get your energy from? The dream stimulated. So Prince, it's the books we read, bro. For you, I know you're a faith-based man. It could be pouring into your Bible. You can get something from that. Maybe you listen to someone who lived in your exact same situation, who went from zero to hero and came out of it. And that fills your cup and gives you gas in your tank, gives you oxygen in your lungs. It could be podcasts. It could be these dream talks. It could be DreamCat posts. It could be the VC bot that we have in the Telegram. They're all stimulants. And that's why I keep going, because I'm always filling my mind. And to top it off, when you do this enough, you have these eclipses where basically, like, you think of Dragon Ball Z. I'm going to pull it up. Hold on. What is it? Super Saiyan. Yeah, I've put this. There's even a DreamCat GIF for this. I use the GIF all the time. Okay. but I gotta use it in real time. I've actually never watched Dragon Ball Z, for the record, but this is how culture is passed off. All right, here we go. Remove that. Pull up this. All right, real quick. For the visual. This right here. That is Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. If you don't know Dragon Ball Z, that is like energy blasting off, lightning strikes, turbo blast, power on 10. Okay? That visual that you get, this is what occasionally happens to you when you stimulate the belief for your dream. It's like a recycled fuel that stacks. It's almost like a volcano. So like, you have lava inside of you. You believe in your dream. You believe in the DreamCat mission, but it's just, there's a little bit of smoke coming out there on most days, right? A little bit of smoke coming out. And, you know, maybe every once in a while, a little psh, there's a really big, someone gets inspiration. They put out a big tweet and they say, man, DreamCat's been going for months. This is my secret, like, wild card play. And that one tweet is like a little spark. It's like a little spark. Lots of love, Bubba. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate you stopping by, showing us some love. I'm going to try my best to pull up on Saturday, show some more love. I appreciate you sharing out that space last week. I just appreciate you, period, dude. Happy dish doing. Okay. Yes, a turbo blast, fueling up. So I keep switching my analogy, but think of that. So like a little bit of lava coming out. But when you stimulate your dream and your belief, like it stacks and stacks and stacks. For some people, it's price proof. If we went from 50K to 300K tomorrow, then suddenly they read the PDF. Then they start sharing the things. When all that stacks, you basically do Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan has happened to me 3 or 4 times in 2026, 3 or 4 days only. In those moments of time, I am untouchable. I am invincible. Everything I set my mind to, I can do. That version of me who speaks to you is very persuasive. That version of me who tweets, those tweets get max engagement because the words are such coming from the soul. They're powerful conviction. That version of me who makes a video, it will come through my eyes. It'll come through my energy. People pick up on energy and frequency. That's what the whole world is. So that was the summary, Prince. When you stimulate your belief in your dream, you get that high level of energy. That level of belief outpouring is what moves mountains, is what makes your dream come true, is what, if you're trying to do job interviews, you got to get yourself hyped up into that state. And how could they not hire you? You are the magnet. You are the energetic. You're the most notable person in the room. People are drawn to you. Magnetic pull is real, even if it's not visual. People just feel it because you're projecting it. The confidence, the understanding. Okay, so there you go, man. You deserve that. All right, let's answer a few more questions. Who do I think is the creator of Bitcoin? And we'll get rid of this super sign here. Few more questions, and then I think we'll pick MVP and close out. Unless there's more questions, of course. Who do I think is the creator of Bitcoin? Some people claim to know. Some people, the biggest theory is that there is, what's up, Coiny? I see you. The biggest theory is that there were a couple writers of the Bitcoin white paper. And the guy who wrote the white paper doesn't use like an English dialect. I think they said maybe it's a British dialect or something like that. And they said the best way to find out who the founder of Bitcoin is to compare his white paper works to other written works, because you can find the confluence. So the guy who wrote the white paper writes in a certain writing style, and someone else said, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I compared that to other written works that exist and found the confluence to figure out who they are. That was one thing. A few other people have said that they know who it is. Dan Pena said if you knew who founded Bitcoin, you would sell it all tomorrow. There was rumors that I mean, you were finding stuff about Jeffrey Epstein, even in the Epstein files, early stuff about Bitcoin, certain things going on that maybe they were behind Bitcoin, maybe they were a part of it, maybe they were just using it. Personally, my own belief is that I do believe it's government-based, because when Bitcoin was founded was directly after the 2008 real estate crash, right? Timing, there are no coincidences. That's something that you could believe in. So in 2008, we had the real estate crash, and it revealed our economy's vulnerabilities. And people know, oh man, this real estate went down. What's the next thing that would wipe us out as a world superpower? Is the mass inflation, is the United States dollar losing its domain. And so I believe that Bitcoin was created in-house by people such as potentially CIA, or just people in the 3-letter government agencies who hired people like, not Brad Garlinghouse, the other guy from XRP, David, what's his name? XRP founders. Not Jed McCaleb, not Arthur Brito. David Schwartz. David Schwartz was the mastermind behind XRP and the technology. David Schwartz was the first person ever to make a patent for Web3 stuff. And I think it might have been like 1989. So that's how you know it's known before it's known. If you can pay attention to patents, that's another secret way on how to get ahead on tech. And there's probably a bunch of stuff about robotics right now. I'll tell you another thing that's going to come out that's going to change the game is how we travel. How we travel is going to change as long as things go as a course in the next 20 years. I think airplanes won't matter anymore. Bold prediction. 1989, first crypto patent. Let's see if I'm correct off the top of my knowledge. 1988. That's pretty good memory. I know what I'm talking about. I've read it a few times. XRP Crypto News, 1998, U.S. patent by Ripple CTO David Schwartz sparks speculation. And Bitcoin wasn't out in 1988. And so people of XRP in the original talks in the beginning, when it wasn't that prominent, some people said that some of the OG people from XRP also worked on Bitcoin. And this is a side chill for XRP, because people also say that Bitcoin is the fake money. Bitcoin is the placeholder, and it's because the tech is basically crap, right? It's slow, it takes tons of energy, but it is a digital gold. I do think it will last. But some people had said the real play was XRP, but yet it seems like it's not. It's a trick that ETH is the crap and that Bitcoin is the crap. XRP is suppressed. People think it'll never go, because if too many normal people bought it, perhaps they would get rich. And that is why there's crazy people. That's why XRP has a cult, because some people say, I don't care if it takes 8 years, it will moon. So yes, I think it's government agencies in some way. David Schwartz has some involvement there as the first person ever to file a crypto patent. And people think his connections are there, that he helped build this. He is the smart, nerdy, behind-the-scenes guy. And what that could mean, another reason why I think that's Satoshi, is because who has a wallet with 5 billion or 20 billion or what is it, like $1 trillion? How much does Satoshi hold in his wallet? No one holds that much money without selling it. You could say he doesn't need money. The reason that would be is that it's a vehicle for a long-term thought-out plan, which is using Bitcoin potentially to offset the U.S. debt, to get out of the debt and put it into Bitcoin to kind of like reverse the gold standard, because we got off the gold standard So US money's worth nothing, but Bitcoin there's only 21 million. So in that way, they could wipe out the debt, but then anyone in cash would get wiped out too, which is why we invest in crypto. So those are my thoughts there. Hopefully that's insightful in some way. And then we had a question from Sir. He wants to know about the cat season. Okay, why do you think there is latency in the cat meme coin season? Since you're smarter than me, let me just Google latency. I've heard the word. I've used it before, sort of. Is the time delay for data to travel from source to destination typically measured in milliseconds? So your question to me would be, why do I think Catcoin Supercycle didn't explode? Why do I think it's delayed? When do I think it'll happen? Maybe something like that is what you're asking. So I do believe in the Catcoin Supercycle. I can just tell you the hardest thing prognosis about everything, investing, everything, you're not going to want to hear this, is timing. If you remove time as a variable, all is well. If you let go of time, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing special that you have to do. The hardest part about it all is people, maybe they're overinvested, or maybe they're ready to make their dream come true right now. Like, I want to get rich now. I get that. I don't get caught up in the time. I get caught up in the certainty of the narrative. So I would love, I mean, what a great segue for us to talk about the Catcoin Supercycle. And gosh golly, I am prepared for that as well, of course. So for me, the timing, what do I think could happen? Well, we saw proof. We had a couple cats go to billions of dollars. We witnessed that, yes? And we'll bring this up. Here we go. Briefly, we'll look at this. Okay, so I have this in the PDF as well. Some of these have become outdated, but we have all the different reasons in the DreamCat PDF, if you want to look at it, for why there will be a Catcoin Supercycle. This is one of my biggest narratives. We'll take a 80-second review of this. This is Murad's, all his picks. There's 4 frogs, there's 4 dogs, there's 10 cats. That's a sign. The ratio, 2-to-1, over 2-to-1. Jupe is one of the biggest suppliers of Solana. They're on top of Solana meme coins. They quietly helped launch one. They were behind one of the meme coins. They were secretly behind another one. They made a video filled with cats. They did events where they had a 60-foot cat statue that they set on fire for a burn. Cats are being pushed by the leaders, and leaders make the narrative happen. What did I say here? I made predictions in the beginning. I'm not going to read this because it's too long. I can't see what I was going to talk about. Cats is a cultural icon. Gary Vee launched a trading card company. His #1 mascot, he decided last second, was going to be a cat. That's another sign. There's a movie called El Gato coming out from DreamWorks and Disney next year. It's about a cat. The lady who was hired by Coinbase, her last name is Cat. She was hired. There are many signs in the world that cat is a trend, just like names. So like in the 90s, certain names were hot, like Zach, like Jason, Jessica. These names were hot. They were popular in the 90s. It's the same thing. Cats are more than just a crypto trend. It's like a cats, dogs, it trades off. Cats are a global sort of trend as well. A few more reasons here. Now, I almost don't believe in any of these cats that are on the board, but they all went on the Solana phone. So the Solana phone has shipped out. In the past, some dog meme coins went on the Solana phone. I can tell you that Maneki has a scam dev. Mew, I just don't resonate with, although they are, I think, Japan-based and a good brand. And Wen is the cat that the Jupiter team helped push. So if you look at this list of all the projects that had an airdrop on the Solana phone, almost none of these are meme coins, and there's no dogs, no frogs, nothing else. 3 cats, another sign. Going here, you have the market cap. This is the biggest one. This is old, but it's still relevant. Dog market cap at the time was 50 billion. Cats was 2 billion. Cats and dogs is a narrative as old as time. They're all over the world. They're global. They're in everyone's home, has a cat or a dog. They love them to death. And dogs happened before. You had all the big ones. You still got a few, but it was dogs. There was so much cat energy. There's so many cat launches. I launched DreamCat because of seeing that. That's why he is a cat. I saw the trend a while ago. It did tease itself to us. We got $2 billion market cap for Mog, $2 billion market cap for PopCat. But that's not the run up, because even with that crazy run, we still didn't get a retail bull market. Even with that crazy run, dogs still outnumbered cats dramatically in market cap. The gap was too huge. The full manifestation of the cat coin super cycle is cats returning. So there's a couple facets of it. One, you have enough dream cats, right? There's Dream Cat, there's Suki, there's PopCat, there's Mog, there's Ninja Cats building things real. There's really good, strong memes that have been on South Park, Inbred Cat. There's famous cat memes that are out there, lots of them. I could name a bunch. There's enough players. Roaring Kitty is potentially behind a cat project on Solana. So there's many players that can get the attention, that can build the big catalyst. That exists. There's enough energy. What's going to happen is, I predict, is when the stars align, when things go, it happens fast, brother. I watched PopCat. The narrative shift, once you get big, I mean, it may take you 10 years to get to $1 billion and take you 2 months to get to $2 billion. This is how fast the shift happens. So this is another thing I witnessed. When PopCat was going up, it was like a comparison thing. Like, oh, Mog was at $1 billion. PopCat was at 700 million. Oh, it's undervalued. It's the top cats. Cats are big. And PopCat shoots up 500 million in a short amount of time. And then it gets power and power and power. And so what will happen is, once this cat narrative gets strong enough and rebuilds, the trend is obvious. Us, the people, are the ones who push it. But once it shifts, when you're in the billions, you say, man, PopCat's topped at 2 billion. Dreamcat's only at 10 million. What's going to get these further? When people look and say, shift from 2 billion or whatever to cats versus dogs. Oh, dogs is 10 times more market cap than cats. Sell your dogs, go into cats. There's a way bigger return. And the money magically comes from Doge. It comes from Bonk. It comes from other places. Cats are just flyers. Cats are mooners. When you get to 5 billion, 10 is nothing. 20 is nothing. And then it just gets how crypto gets crazy, ballooned numbers. And then after that, another scenario that happens is, man, PopCat's $20 billion. Mog is $15 billion. Suki is $4 billion. Well, I got to find the next big cat. Also, shout out to Nobiko and Long. That's another like gem meme. I got to find the next big cat. And then all the attention goes to cats. That's why we built the Cat Collective. That's why I have the Cat Collective rating system. Perhaps I can add myself to that conversation as someone who's researched 95 cats way back when, before the price showed up, looked at the devs, looked at the communities, looked at the narratives, built the belief early. And that's when I will win as a cat holder, right? I believed before it was time. It's not unfolding yet. So let's see, maybe there's a few other things here in the PowerPoint. The Cat Collective, I just mentioned that. Politics. So when Trump was running, he's not the most popular right now, but when he was running, they literally did a post that said cats for Trump. Taylor Swift is a cat girl. She's on time. There actually is a Taylor Swift cat coin as well. And then Roaring Kitty, that would be another catalyst that I share. Is, like I said, I've found, it's called Suki. It's one of my biggest convictions as an investor. Cult-like believers, they've teased. There is clues in this kind of coin. It's a conspiracy-based thing where there's clues and you put the clues together. And in the beginning, it is completely silent now. The dev has logged off, as has Roaring Kitty. Roaring Kitty's been offline off Twitter for a whole year. That's another catalyst that flips the switch. Well, there was a multitude of things that happened in the moment that tied Roaring Kitty himself to this coin. Now imagine if Roaring Kitty has a huge cult following. He has the voice of GME and all those followers. Imagine that a cat coin on Solana is attached to Roaring Kitty. Now you got PopCat, Mog, other epic memes. And then what about the largest community of dreamers in the world? I started thinking, man, what if I think everyone else is the catalyst and we actually become the catalyst that makes people join cats on Solana because of what we do with the dream? It's just all based on timing. So when, dude, I couldn't tell you exactly. I think we could have an uptick. I think we could go full bear market and recycle again. But what I do know is that the cat narrative is not gone by any means. The cat narrative has to naturally unfold because it exists. There's these power players building. There's the strength of the Solana chain. There's also KeyCat, by the way. KeyCat is another epic one on Coinbase. KeyCat's on Coinbase. Mogs on Coinbase, Popcats on Coinbase. And guess what else? Guess what else? All Solana meme coins are on Coinbase. And the majority of the cats live on Solana chain. So you have Dreamcat on Coinbase. You have Ninja Cat on Coinbase. Long Nobiko on Coinbase. Cats of Crypto on Coinbase. All the cats are on Coinbase. They're all accessible. Wow, wow, wow. People can get them easy. They don't need a phantom wallet anymore. The stars are there, my friend. So sorry if you got to hang on to your shorts. I'm not selling anything. I'm chilling. I still have my cats. Some are down. I've even bought a few that are completely bottomed. One last prediction. Another way to play. This is for someone out there. This is for Nath. Nath, I connect with Nath a little bit. Amos and Nath were together on this conversation a couple days ago in the VC. By the way, I hosted one. If you guys want to hang out, we're trying to do that again. I talked to Nath. I said, man, you got to stop hopping around. Here is a great opportunity if you want to take a bet, a low risk, high reward bet. There are cat coins that have gone to 30 million market cap that are at 12,000 market cap right now. They've done multiple CTOs and they've left because they believe the runway is gone. This bull run's over, up and down. We tried, it's dead. Out of the odds, if you buy 5 dead cat projects where they've completely gone to zero and people have left, it's likely that out of one of those, some new group of people will come CTO that project and they're going to buy up a big chunk all at once in one day and you won't be able to see it coming. That's similar to what happened with me with Aura. Aura is the cat coin that I caught, which is also fuels the cat coin super cycle. Aura is a cat. It got taken over by Cryptonary. They sent it from 300K market cap to 200 million in a couple months. If only the timing was right, that would go to billions. So there's just energy in this cat flow. But that's something else I do. There's a couple cats like Upside Down Cat. What more? There's a couple others. And they're at like 12,000, 13,000, 15,000. And I bought just small amounts. Even $50 is like millions of coins. That's another way that you can get ahead of a trend, is a visionary. Dreamers are visionaries. So you say, man, I know the cat coin super cycle is going to happen. And when it does, people are going to look for easy money quick. And they're going to say, man, let's go to cats who have a history on the chart. That's why they don't launch a new one. They say, it's got the history. Let's get the chart. Let's CTO this and run. See what I mean, dude? What a great time to be a cat holder. And by the way, that gives you more ammunition as a dream cat holder. Oh, I fail at everything. We're a cat. We can add ourselves in that conversation. You can exit us and leave us at a million market cap if you want. I'm just here for the dream, man. I'm here for the dream. We're building what we're building, and if you guys want to be a part of it, I'd love it. I'm here. Let's be friends. Let's do this. But some people are just for the money. That's okay too. El Gato Satoshi, he's got a cat PFP. He knows what's good. He's a cat lover. We got some cat lovers in the building. But all right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for the great questions. But of course, we got to pick an MVP. Our options are: we'll give Libre a shot. He was one of the first people in to comment. He also commented on the post. Amos has a really strong case here. He put his energy in tagging people and making a really thoughtful comment. We're going to put Ben in there because Ben doesn't always join us, but he made a super thoughtful comment and he made 2 comments in the chat. And we're going to put Satoshi in there because you were the most active person in this chat. And we're going to put AMP in there because he hung out with us for a long time, asked multiple questions. When you guys ask questions, it really levels up the stream. Like, we got to do some bonus cat shilling because of AMP. And man, Prince, you came a little late. I appreciate you too, all that energy. So Brenda, I appreciate everyone, man. I'm not leaving out anybody. Bonga, everyone who pulled up. Lots of love, man. I'm here for the dreamers. So we got 5 MVP options. We're going to roll the dice. The Telegram wallet is empty. I have to refill it. That is a confession. So even if you win, there's only 14,000 dream in there right now. I got to refill it. Okay, dice. We're looking for 1 through 5. Oh, he says he's feeling the energy. Hold on. Satoshi says he's feeling the energy. This is sometimes a manifesting key. You feel like you're going to win. If we had a 4 on this dice, you would be the winner. Let's see. Oh, that'd be so cool. That would just fire me up. I love when it's like that. It was actually number 2, which is Amos. And technically, different ways that you put the value. Reposted the stream with a quote tweet, tagged 2 people, made a thoughtful comment, and commented. Dude, you put in some good energy. You were like a top in there. So congratulations, Amos. You got to play to win. Another 30,000 Dream in your pocket. To be fair, to be frank, for anyone who's out there, 30,000 Dream is not much right now. This is literally, to be fair, I don't even want to say it. It's literally about $3 US. But don't get it twisted. We were giving away almost the same amount at a different time when it was worth $25, when it was worth $50. So the reason we're doing this is so we can be sustainable supply-wise. A lot of people are starting money on fire, burning it, right? There's a time and a place for everything. This is why Dream can last so long, because we're not burning money in a volume bot, dozens of SOL each week, right? We're building things that are important, putting them in place. There's some things we pay for. And when the time comes, you know, you put energy in the right place, and the giveaways will be bigger, and probably even in cash. Coiny, by the way, Coiny, who's a member of our Dream community, he picked us up. He found us in these down times. His mission is to give away $100 a day to the dreamers in our community, the people in our Telegram, the people on our X. $100 a day from Coiny. And even if he starts smaller and it was like 10, he's in the chat right now. Look. He's in the chat live at this second. He just posted this. Dreamcat family, if you'd like, let's do one small daily action together. 1 rocket of fire click a day and a quick proof. No pressure, just a small voluntary option. He just put a flame on the decks. He's not here because he translates everything. He doesn't speak English fluently, but he's all in on the dream. Stuff like that. As I'm talking about the guy, he said he wants to give $100 a day to a dreamer. So anyways, appreciate all you guys. I hope this could bring you value. I'm going to give you a tip. Next week, I'm not going to be live. I'm going to try my best to record a video, and you can watch it on Thursday. I won't be in the stew. So yeah, adventures out there. Cheerio, guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Lots of love. That'll do it, guys. I just want to take a moment to send my gratitude. Thank you to all the dreamers who show up here, who support, who dream with us. I want to remind you that the mission here is not just meme coinery and, hey, come show up and waste your time. We're on a mission here. You may not understand it yet. You may not fathom or dream this big yet, but we are here to build the largest community of dreamers in the world. Laugh if you need to. Get it out of your system. All dreamers start somewhere, and it starts with a vision. What I love about the world, what I love about actually meme coins especially, is that belief is the main character. Belief is the main source of everything. It all comes down to belief. And that is what we're building the dream on. Matter of fact, if you know about the book Think and Grow Rich, it's in here. We talk about desire and consistency and compounding and all these things. We're building this mission on laws and principles that have been universal and conclusive for decades. We're building Dream in a way that has never been done before. We are a first mover, planting our flag in the space with full respect to the builders and the degens and everyone else who's built out this space. We're coming here as a newbie, as a first mover, and we're doing the opposite of everything you've ever seen. Our market cap may vary. Our holders may vary. Our volume may not be that sexy, but if you're hearing this message, you have a chance. You have a chance to watch the quantum leaps of improvement, step by step, moment by moment. It's revealed to you how the dream can change the world, how we can go from 2 believers to 10 to 1,000 to 2 to, and as it goes on and on, the dream becomes more and more undeniable. You know, there's actually 3 specific things that we're going to do that set us apart. And that's this. Number 1, we're building on unshakable belief. Belief is everything. Some use it. Murad uses a little bit, but we're using it at a level never before seen. We are giving you reasons to believe. We are showing in our consistency, stacking. Okay, number 1. Number 2, massive action plans. Some people have done them. Print out flyers, dress up in a chicken suit, go crazy. I've done these before. They make dreams come true. I've done them going 60%, 70% in. What could it look like if we go all in? What could it look like if 1,000 dreamers participate in massive action plans? I see a future that is undeniable, that is unstoppable. Why? Because the ticker is golden. It's dream. It's universal. It beats time. It goes for any sex, any religion. Everyone has a dream. But guess what? 97% of those people aren't going to see it come to pass. They don't have what it takes. They're not willing to go the distance, which is why so many have come to the dream and left. Because for most, seeing is believing. But if you're listening to this message now, there's a very good chance that you happen to be a visionary, or luck has found you and you are in the right place at the right time. It would be criminal of me not to encourage you to take a look at Dream, use your best judgment, and consider buying a bag. When you paint a vision so vast as building the largest community of the dreamers in the world, doing the opposite, being a first mover, building Dream as a mascot. Did you know that that's who Dream is? Dream is a mascot. He doesn't maybe have a meme. He's not one of these OG cat memes that everyone truly loves. He isn't known yet, but he's becoming known here, the most successful cat in the world. This is a community where dreams become reality. This is a community, when it's all said and done, where you can come chase this dream together with us while simultaneously chasing your own. And to be very blunt and clear, that is exactly what I am doing in real time. And I believe that if I'm able to make my dream come true within the Dream Cat community, well, Dream is a part of that dream. And so it's like a vision on top of a vision on top of a vision. But with success, which of course I believe in myself, I do, Dream will become maybe even more than what we envisioned it to be. It's simple concepts, brick by brick, compounding consistency, 1 to 2 to 8 to 16, 32. I skipped a bunch of numbers, 120 something, stack, stack, stack. We appreciate you being here. We simply want to remind you of our intentions. We simply want to remind you to tap into your dream. We want to remind you to wake up, stop chasing. Perhaps the time of chasing runners is over. Perhaps a season of builders is coming. And when it comes, I don't want you to be late to the party. No one is building like Dream. Dream does not have a ceiling. If you want to investigate this yourself, I encourage you to go over to the website, dreamcat.xyz, and take a look with your own eyes. Most will not. When they hear about the dream, they look at the volume, they look at the chart, they dismiss it, and they keep going. 1,000 believers, it's just math. In this 54-page PDF, we tell you reason after reason, specifically why Dream can change the game, why it's a mascot of tomorrow. We explain why I'm in Orlando, right? Why I'm here. It's for the dream. Check it out. Take a look. Do your own research. Buy, don't buy. We're indifferent. It's good either way. What we really want is for you to chase your dream and make it come true. And if you can do that and you don't buy a single token, we will win. Thank you guys for hanging with us. We hope to see you next week, every single Thursday, 7 p.m. EST. Next week, invite in a friend. Retweet it out. Share it. Are you really a dreamer? Why is your PFP a dog when it could be Dream Cat? Shout out to the dog. Shout out to my friends. Fine. Thank you guys. Take care. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.